Happy cold Thursday evening, February the 23rd, 2025. We are all here in color as we have survived the snowcalypse 2025. In a cold 3 days, gonna be a cold few more days, and then we got some warm weather heading our way. But hey, we are glad you have chosen tonight to invite us into your home. Maybe you're out on a boat tonight on the banks, putting out some sucker nets.
Ooh, that's a good night to do it, man.
Thank you.
They'll be full. They'll be full for midnight.
Thank you for inviting us in wherever you are. But how about doing us a favor? If you're watching on Facebook right now, do what the screen at the bottom says. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let everybody know that you're watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And we want to make sure that it's on your website as well. All you got to do is hit the like button and hit the share button, and everybody will know that you are a fan of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Boys, it is good to be back live tonight on this beautiful, crisp, sunny day and a great, beautiful evening. Still cold outside. Still got some ice on the roads. So y'all be particular if you're driving around, especially if you're driving around right now and watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Y'all be real particular as you're doing that because the roads are ice. But man, I don't know. There's just something about that national anthem tonight that just meant a little bit more to me when I saw that American flag waving and Old Glory just blowing and that song, the national anthem playing. I don't know, just made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. There's a lot happened, boys, since we were live last Thursday night, and I ain't talking about the snow either. Well, there's a lot, and we'll get to a little bit of that a little bit later. But hey, guys, we're glad you're joining us here tonight, live and in color. Don't forget our YouTube channel, Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel. All of our episodes are archived on there, so you can go back and you can watch any of those at any point in time that you would like on Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel. And ladies and gentlemen, live tonight, all four of our studios, Enterprise, Georgia, Thompsontown, Georgia, 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, and turn number 3 at the Old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama, live all across the great United States of America and in foreign countries where we really don't give a rip if it's legal or illegal to broadcast. We still gonna do it anyway. All 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and baby, loud and proud in color since day one, the great state of Baker County, Georgia. Big salute to all you fine residents of the great state of Baker County. And it is time for the truth and nothing but the truth. Things you will only hear right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. You will not hear them on the major news networks. You will not read them on any social media outlets, but right here and here alone on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But if you can't handle the truth, and if you're all mule-lipped and sold up because Donald Trump is now the president, go ahead and take a hammer and bust your computer or TV up right now and go ahead and get that anger out of the way and don't watch us. We are okay with that. We are okay with that.
That's right.
If you don't subscribe to common sense, core values, Judeo-Christian principalities, and just good old common sense thinking, you are on the wrong show watching it right now.
And especially if you're an Episcopalian, a woman preacher.
Amen.
I had to stop watch on it. I knew within the first 10 minutes of the show that would come up.
We're gonna get to that. Just give
We got a special segment on that one.
We don't have a round table on that.
Oh.
But hey, I wasn't able to get out much this week with all the ice, but I did get us a sponsor tonight. It's not a big sponsor. It's only 71 and a half, and then add another quarter to that in diagonal television tonight, live. Nellie's.
Where from?
Nellie's. We live at Nellie's, nude snow sledding and topless snow tubing in Noma, Florida.
And this
Which
is
way
a
they
very
laying on that sled, Marvin?
Say that again.
I said, which way they laying on that sled? If they topless now, which way they laying?
No. The snow sledding is total nude. The snow tube, the inner tube, they'll pull you on the inner tube. You can only be topless on that.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Anyway, just wanted to let you know we appreciate Nellie down in Noma, Florida. I'm sure she has had a lot of business this week, and so we wish her well. So, hey, boys, before we get into politics, man, we got a whole lot of politics to talk tonight. We got a whole lot. Man, the world has changed. Our country has changed in just 3 days. But let's talk a little bit about our snowcalypse. Everybody I have talked to, nobody, even the older codgers, said they do not ever remember seeing this much snow in our area.
Whoa. Excuse me. I don't like to see my friend Floyd B. Lloyd insulted when you start talking older codgers. Him being the senior member of this group, I know that has to hurt because it kind of stings me, and I'm just 6 years behind him.
That's what I
He was singling me out. Y'all know that. He was singling me out. He was looking directly at me when he was saying that because I was looking at him on the computer.
I ain't gonna put up with that now.
I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close.
The more seasoned veterans that have been around a lot longer than I have said they've never seen this. I pulled up the record. I didn't look anywhere else. Miller County, Georgia. The previous record was in 1973, February the 10th of 1973, 4 inches of snow. And there are places in the county that got over double that this time. Over double.
There's something I want to point out that I heard the meteorologist over here say, and I'd noticed some of the records that supposedly on this only go back to 1965. Now, I don't know if before that there could have been something more substantial than this. I've heard stories from some of the old timers that have passed on about, but David Paul on Channel 4 said the records go back to 1965.
Well, my record goes back to 1947, and I never have seen it like
never seen nothing like it.
But that going back past me now, now you're talking about folks that grew up and had to walk 5 miles to school in 3 feet of snow, going and coming. So they were going uphill both ways. And
Barefooted.
Barefooted.
barefooted. And all they had on was they had some mittens that they could put on their hands, and they had a baked sweet potato in a syrup can and a biscuit in there, and that's what they had. So I going back further than me, and they ain't many folks out there that goes back further than I do. That's still ambulatory, if you will.
Poked a hole in the center of that biscuit and poured some syrup in it before they left the house.
That's it. There you talking now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna run through a few of these pictures. We've had some that we had here.
Tell folks where you are on your picture.
I will. We'll make sure we do. All right, here was the sky cam over downtown Colquitt, Georgia, Tuesday as the snow began. See, there was not even a whole lot that started accumulating, but that was on the sky cam on the silo agricultural mural that we talked about last week there. And then right here, I had somebody send this to me. That's when it was blowing up at the creek. Right there. Mid-evening.
Are we gonna have to pay a tithe or something to see this picture?
That's royalty. We're gonna have to get some royalties off that right there. But that was coming down at the creek now. That was coming down at the creek. Here was off of Floyd B. Lloyd's patio. I don't know if that was today or yesterday, but that was off.
That was yesterday.
That was off the Floyd B. Lloyd patio. And hey, guys,
rain chain. Don't see my rain chain there. How it's froze over.
Yeah. Y'all know Miss Hissy Fits, and then there's a Mr. Hissy Fits. He's really the boss man of the whole Hissy Fit. But I want y'all to look what a professional snowman that man did right there. I'd ought to win an award right there. I mean, that thing is almost symmetrically perfect right there.
Look at that.
Good job.
He wearing them knee pads. He wear them to Marvin's church on Sunday when he wear them. Marvin get the bearing down. He get the bearing down on that sun and get the spitting and carrying on. That man's on his knees right there. He's ready for it any time.
That's what he was doing, Floyd. He was out there with his knee pads cooling them down, man. He was cooling them down.
He had smoking out there, Marvin's church.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about. Listen, you can't ask for a better deacon than one that's got wearing knee pads and be on the
exactly right, man. I'm telling you, son.
Hallelujah. All right, this one was at Charlie's house right there. That's his puppy dog.
Good night.
Get the snow. All right, Charlie, I'm going to go to this one here. This is the one you got to explain right here.
Same area being photographed there. The one on the right was taken at 7:34 Tuesday night. That's what's stamped on the camera. Mm-hmm. I had let the dogs out, and I walked out there and I said, wait a minute. I thought it was already dark. 2 hours after dark, no special camera, just the camera on the phone, no special setting, no flash. That's how light it was outside the house, looking back on the pasture. And then the one on the left was exactly 12 hours later at 7:34 on Wednesday morning. And you can see the difference. There's a lot more snow out there, and the dog had made tracks back twice. But that's how light it was. I guess snow, it reflects what light there is. And I'm 2 miles probably from the circle, that close to Dothan. What I figured it was the snow. Snow was still coming down, and it was reflecting off that snow the lights of Dothan. Would y'all vote that way on it? I don't know any other explanation. It was just you could go outside and do anything you wanted to at 7:34 Tuesday night with the snow going on.
I know this. If you didn't wear sunglasses out there, it'd near about blind you.
It would, bro. It would.
My mama is 75 years old. She's never seen snow like this before. And look at him. She got down there and made a snow angel. That's a 75.
Go, Mr.
That's really good. I did not do that. Me and Nadine did not do that.
Yeah.
You want to know what a 75-year-old
to you.
That's a 75-year-old snow angel for any of you that want to know what that looks like.
You know what, Charlie? You were talking about your dog, man. All that snow messed my dog up. She didn't have nowhere to pee. She didn't have nowhere to poop. She couldn't find no green grass nowhere. She didn't know what to do. She was distraught. She was in a mess. We had to let her
You
out of the
know,
house 4 times.
you know what saved me on that?
What?
That car you saw in the picture, I backed it up and they had grass, and that's where both of them had been going until it started melting everywhere else.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
finally.
they wouldn't, and that's what's kept us warm. That and the heating and everything. But that thing's been nice the last couple of days. Felt good.
You're right.
guys, I got a real quick video I want to show you while we're sharing snow pictures. I want to show you this video, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about it. Y'all watch this video for just a second. Boy,
Look, that's
that was now the story on that. For those of you who don't know, that is one of our bestest, most fans right there. That is Queasel's daughter, Kristen. And Kristen, that was the first time Kristen has seen that much. And Kristen's been in a wheelchair her whole life, right?
Whole life.
And the first time she was ever able to do that. And man, somebody had that posted last night, and it's just awesome to be able to see.
Kristen, can I say to you, young lady, I love you, and you are a brave person. Is all I've got to say. And if I knew who was driving the pull vehicle, I'd probably say you were overly brave.
Man, I had to call Bookie to figure out how to build that thing. We took a little old tote about that tall, and I took me some particle board and cut it and drill holes in it so it wouldn't bust the plastic. Wrapped me a rope through that thing and tied it on there, and we was ready to go. That gal, the daredevil anyway. She ain't scared of nothing. She was ready to go.
No.
Well, it
We
was
was ready
perfect.
to go.
Yeah,
It was perfect. Hey, that girl won't never forget that. She won't
No.
never.
Oh man, that was fun.
that was it.
That was
Right?
fun. She was so sore. The dog was so sore she couldn't even walk last night.
Oh, mercy.
We went
Hi,
all over this place.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing for you.
That was worth my
It
day
is.
getting up watching that.
It was. We had a time.
All right, Floyd, tell them about TK's Bar and Grill.
Man, I ate supper the other night. My girl, Ziggy B, she was closed down, man. She's having trouble getting down there to the seafood place. But she made a trip today, and we'll talk about her in a minute. But I went out there to TK's and got that catfish plate again, catfish with them good French fried potatoes. And we had us a good time. Me and Nadine coming here and eat supper tonight. Just a great place to be. Just local people, local farm family owns that thing, and they work hard all day and they work hard all night. And every meal they fix in there is fitting to eat. It's good for you. It's good to you. You'll enjoy yourself going in there. Go in there and visit with them during dinner time or supper time. TK's Bar and Grill right there in Carver, Georgia. It's more grill than it is bar. But let me tell you now, they come out that back door there out that kitchen with some fine food. fried right, grilled right, ever how you want. If you want you a good steak, go right on in there. They got it. That's a good place to go. Right out of Concord, Georgia, heading north on Highway 45, like you're going up toward Damascus. You'll see it on your left right there. Y'all pull in there and pay them a visit with them. It's something good to eat every time you go in there.
Hey guys, look, I want to show y'all what my wife cooked tonight for supper.
Mm.
Took 2 plates to hold it.
Look at there.
You ate both of them plates, Marvin?
Yes, sir.
That was Marvin's plates right there. That's the Marvin's plate.
And a piece of strawberry shortcake on top of that. Anyway, that was a rice and black-eyed peas cooked with ham hocks, and then mustard cooked with smoked pork.
With smoked pork chop and cornbread.
And cornbread right there.
You have any pepper sauce, Marvin?
No, I didn't want them. They didn't need pepper sauce.
That's okay. That's fine. Hey, do what you want to do. If you're green, you do what you want to do with it.
Yeah, I do. Listen, I do greens like I do a steak. I hope they don't need pepper sauce. You know what I mean?
Good. There you go. That's what we do right there. A natural connoisseur. A connoisseur.
You won't be worth nothing tomorrow. You'll be in the toilet all day.
Yeah, I'll probably.
Y'all taking off work tomorrow like everybody else is? Everything shut down?
I worked today.
Yeah, we got to work tomorrow.
I worked all day today.
Got to work tomorrow.
I met some of your crew out there on Bass's Bridge this evening. Me and Nadine running up there to the Sawega Meat Company, and I met your crew out there on Bass's Bridge. It's a mess out there now, Queen. I'm gonna tell you something. You can slip and slide along in there.
They said if we have to go across that bridge on the fire truck, it's gonna be bad. Can we go clean it off? I said, you sure can. Go do it. So they went out and cleaned it off.
That's what I figured they were doing. They had the truck with the hose on the front there, looked like out there spewing. I saw them today down there. I want to ask you a question now. We talking about we talk about engineering, and you got to have engineering skills to be a fireman. Tallahassee Airport been shut down 2 days, closed down 2 days. Okay, that Tallahassee Airport, I understand. They got ice. They still froze ice. So they coming in there with a fire truck and blowing off that ice with water, you understand? With water. The ice still froze, so that means if you put water back on that cement, it's going to freeze back. And anyway, that's what they're doing. What do I know? You know, I'm just an old poor broke ex-farmer and an old country auctioneer. I mean, what do I know about stuff like that? Tell me.
We didn't know. They've been asked to do that.
You better if your phone rings and it shows up on your dial that is Tallahassee Fire Department. That's what they call it. Come down there, and blow ice off with water.
I think. Let me inject this. I think maybe I have a connection with that, saying that towns that are controlled by Democrats mainly, Tallahassee would be one. And I saw this news reel. It was from Pensacola, and they had one of the city trucks going around Seville Quarter with big man sitting on a stool on the back of a truck, throwing out salt on the road like that. So I'm just
come on now.
Just saying it might have.
Let's stop right here a bit. Any of you folks that might just be tuned in tonight, any of you people that like from Martha's Vineyard or somewhere or San Francisco or Los Angeles that might just be tuned in, we are having a conversation. Me and these other 3 men. That's what we do when we come in on Thursday night. We have a conversation. None of this is planned. None of this is staged. There's no script. We're just having a conversation. We would be doing the same thing if we were sitting down somewhere eating mustard greens and black-eyed peas and cornbread. We'd be doing the same thing. So just to keep y'all up to date, this is what we do every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. And like Marvin says, it is not for everybody.
No.
Especially if you are an Episcopal woman preacher, Episcopalian woman preacher in Washington, D.C., it is not for you. You ain't going to understand nothing we say. That closed captioning, that stuff they write it, they can't understand nothing we say.
So I got a question, Marvin.
Go
You the only one of the three of us can answer this.
Wait, before you get into this, hold on, because I want to hold this, but I need to pay one more bill before we do this. Go ahead, Queasel, and tell them about that, and then pick up where you left off.
All right, so this is a place you need to be. Look here, all us conservatives, us Donald Trump supporters, we better go down there and get loaded up, man. These liberals is coming at us. They threatening. Here they come. So we need to go down there and get something for our protection. They got some things down there that'll change their mind if they if that's the way they want to play. Any kind of thing you need to protect yourself and your Second Amendment right. They got any kind of pistol, any kind of handgun, long rifles, shotguns, ammunition, whatever you need in the way of firearms. They got it. And here's the thing: we live in a free country now. We can buy them and do what without any kind of repercussion because we was just before 4 more years of democratic idiocy. Idiots, whatever you want to call that, them laws they come up with, they'd have took every gun we had if we'd have put somebody else in there for 4 more. You wouldn't even got to have a water pistol. They'd have come got it. The holstered 9, anything you might need in the way of firearms, ammunition, advice. Turkey hunting season right around the corner. Better get ready for it. Go right next door. Any kind of parts you need. I got oil, lubricants, anything. I need to dress up that pickup truck. All kind of stuff in there to do that with. Got a gift shop for the ladies. And don't forget now, the home of Floyd B. Lloyd, the famous pellet grill, Floyd B. Lloyd pellet grill, rabbit pellet grill with different flavors of rabbit pellets. Somebody told me today they had some carrot and lettuce flavored pellets down there for the rabbit pellet grill. So y'all need to get on down there and get some. Right down 27 South, just outside of town, under them 2 American flags.
All right, now, Queasel, pick it up where you left off.
I want to know. When I looked at that picture, I got a couple of questions. Number one, does them kind of folks have to stay single? Them preachers, because I can understand why she would be single.
She's married.
Okay. I don't want to see her husband, then that's fine. All right, here's the next thing. Do you have to pass a test to get to be a preacher?
Whoa. Let's take that. I'm with you, Queasel, but let's take it. Is there a test you have to pass to become a reverend? Because this reverend has raised the hair on a lot of folks' neck. Yeah, so has Al Sharpton, who is now coming out of the closet too. So, do they have to take a test to be a reverend?
Yeah, I'm going somewhere with my preacher business.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you have to take a test to be a preacher? You got to take a test.
I had to sit before an ordination council of men of my peers that asked me questions and determined whether or not that they felt I was called of the Lord. But now she got a doctorate degree, I think, from Harvard University, if I ain't mistaken.
Well, but in that discussion that you had with them, did y'all talk about Jesus?
Yes, sir.
Did you talk about the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Crucifixion, resurrection.
We talked about the resurrection, the crucifixion, what sin was. We talked about the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, about what I believed, how I got saved. All of those were questions that were asked of me. Yes.
So ask if there's any Episcopalians watching tonight. If y'all chime in up there.
Oh, Lord.
and tell us what the qualifications is to be a preacher.
Yeah.
No,
that's what I want to know.
A bishop, Queasel.
No. Y'all got it wrong. It is not. She is the right reverend.
Right
reverend. Let me ask you this, though. So the right reverend with a degree from wherever you said she got her degree from, does that give her the right to rewrite the Bible?
No, sir. That is
okay.
Matter of fact, if you want to know the truth of it, there's a little bit toward the end of the book, right at the very end of the book, it says gives a warning about taking away or adding to the Word of God.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It do.
Yeah, interpret it in your words and your thoughts rather than what it actually is.
Yeah, yes,
I
sir.
got you.
So
You know,
I mean,
there's a preacher told me, hard shell preacher told me one time, Reverend W.H. Phillips told me, he's hard shell. He preached down there at White's Bridge. I'm talking about hard shell. He said that they ain't no such thing as a reverend, that man is not reverend. Have you ever heard that, Martin?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Yeah. So there ain't no man reverend. You don't call
Okay.
yourself a reverend.
I don't want nobody calling me reverend. You know,
Uh-huh.
people do it, they refer to them as that. But I mean, the Bible talks about a deacon and a bishop, which is a pastor or a shepherd. And that's
Mhm.
what the reference is on that. What were you saying, Queezer, right before that?
well, I'm just trying to figure that there's something in there where it says about blasphemy.
Yes, sir.
It says it in my Bible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And according to what my Bible said, what she got up there and said was in direct contrast to what the Word of God says. So looks to me like that was blasphemy coming from God's pulpit in God's house with a political directive added to the man that wasn't no more listening to her than me and you was. But she don't even deserve to be shown on the news to give her enough of an opportunity to let her platform be out there. She
Oh,
should
but
hang
now,
her head in disgrace and go and hope God will forgive her. It's what she better hope.
she is
the,
now the new queen of the silver dollar, if you will.
the liberals have posted her address encouraging people to send her cards of encouragement and love.
Yes.
I better send her a fire extinguisher.
Some
That
thick soled shoes.
Send her something.
the,
Send her a
the
fire
fireman
extinguisher.
just preached
Hey,
it right then.
Floyd's cousin said she's a Whiskapalian. Where two or more are gathered, there will be a feast.
Let me tell this, and if this person, I ain't gonna say who it was, but a friend, an acquaintance, let's say. He told me once upon a time that he and his family left the Methodist church for the Episcopal church because they were more tolerant in their drinking. Period.
Well,
And let me say this. Episcopals don't hate me for this. But the first time I ever saw alcohol at a church was at a funeral at the Episcopal church where they served wine in the fellowship hall after the funeral.
And that was the first Episcopal funeral I had ever participated in. The same thing happened. And guess who was unscrewing and uncorking the wine? The bishop.
They was the only one allowed to touch it before it come uncorked.
was that right about the time you got called to preach or what? I mean, what's the deal? Huh?
I don't know.
Oh man!
But I mean,
Never
show
seen-
up.
yeah.
I don't understand.
Look how
it, and
many.
I
Look
was
how
jo-
many. Look
I
how
was
many people
joking.
use that reverend.
Yeah, they do. I was joking and cutting up a while ago, but here's what I ain't joking and cutting up about. I'm dead serious about this. What kind of how can you read and preach the Bible and get up and say what that lady said? How can you do that? And I'm being dead serious about that. Now, how can she get up there and say the thing that she said and claim to be representing our Lord? How can she do that? I don't understand it.
Well, there was a post that Dr. Amir Kaner, and Dr. Amir Kaner is let me share this. Let me find it right here. I want to share it real quickly if y'all will indulge me. Dr. Amir Kaner is the president of Truett McConnell University. He is a converted Muslim who got saved, and he is president of one of our Bible colleges. And here's what he said yesterday. America did not first reject truth and fall into cultural confusion because of corrupt politicians, but because of corrupt pulpits that exchange the truth of God's word for the lies of this fallen world. And my wife shared that, and there was a person that came back and shared on her page and said this: we all need to strive to be a little more like this bishop.
Good Lord have mercy. But, yeah, I know you're
Get
talking
your
about.
fire
I
extinguisher,
know
all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna
God
tell what.
have mercy on us, is all I can say.
Amen.
Yes,
Lord have mercy.
it's
And
scary.
all the people that sit in that church every Sunday or whenever they decide together and listen to that woman. Now, let me tell you what you listen to. You listen to old Scrap. I don't know I know a lot of you up there in Martha's Vineyard don't know who I'm talking about. Old Scrap's an old word used by a lot of old people around this part. It's the devil. Old Scrap is the
Oh,
devil.
scrap.
Slewfoot, if you will.
Mm-hmm. So Slewfoot.
That's
They got several names.
it's scary for somebody to get up there and get up that much courage to say that in a pulpit.
Yeah.
I
Well, Queasel, let me ask you this: if she's saying that at that service, what's she saying when she normally preaches?
you're right. That'd plumb be scary.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you can. I don't. I'm not going. I don't get into other people's business and whatever you believe or you don't believe, that's your business. But when you go to talking about the man that gave up his life and died on the cross for me, and you're gonna start saying things about what he believes and he's teaching and he's doing it ain't right. Now I'll stand up for anything that's wrote in that Bible. I'll argue with you from now to whenever. It's just and I was studying. I was studying Job. Been studying Job. Finished it today. And Job was sitting around, and all his buddies was chastising him and all this stuff. And they tried to lead Job into admitting that he done something wrong, when we all know that Job didn't do anything wrong. He just had to stand up to the test. And Job, God commended him because he never lost his faith. He stayed strong. What do you think about this? You reckon how many people she has influenced?
Mm.
How many people is she taken with her? I just wonder. It's scary. It really is. It's scary.
She's the
Yeah, but
head of.
on the other side of that, how many people just since Donald Trump has been elected president this second time has he set free? How many people has he
That's right.
made their lives better? How many people has he protected with these executive orders that he signed to shut that border down and to get these illegal criminal gang members out of this country, that they are killing regular normal people in this country by the thousands. So
Well,
he saved a
one
lot more
line in
people than she has.
one line in his speech was more biblical than everything that woman said. He said, from this point forward, there is two genders, male and
Mhm.
female. That's what the Bible says. He
Easy
was
to
more Bible.
understand.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, he was more biblically correct than she was in her whole sermon. Uh,
I
uh,
mean,
I said some things that wasn't real Christian like when I was sitting there hearing her talk.
Well,
She done pushed my
we can
button.
beat this horse. We can beat this horse until all the wind's out of him, and then beat all the hide off of him. But everybody's got their own decisions to make about it. And,
That's right.
Yep.
mine was made when I first heard her start talking. Mine was made, and looking at that Trump sitting there and taking all that, taking it like a man, took it and walked away.
Yep.
That's like Jesus
You know what?
said, shake the sand out of your sandals. Ain't that what he said, Marvin? And move
That's what
on.
he said.
dust your feet off and go on.
Go on. So that's what I'm gonna
Yep.
do with her.
Hey,
You know, a bright spot is that thing this week to me. That might have been the low spot that we just talked about. I didn't see the Billy Ray Cyrus episode, but I ain't never liked him since he started singing Achy Breaky Heart 40 years ago. But the highlight of the whole thing to me, that's the opposite of dealing with the ugly looking Episcopal woman. And let me say this, I want to be fair. All these liberal leaders look the same. They ain't a happy bone in their body. Look at Elizabeth Warren. All the Democratic women look the same. On the other side, Look at the little singer that walked out there, and for some reason the track wouldn't work, and sang "God Bless America" and tore the house down.
Amen, bro.
Good outweighs the bad every time, and that
every
gal,
time.
that gal just proves right there. God showed up and proved that uh, he ain't gonna be forsaken, and he was not. And she, man, that was just something else.
What was that preacher that prayed that prayer?
I can't remember where he was from. Sewell or something like that was his
You know,
name.
he was in that service, and he was in that service that morning, and he come back out there and got the message across when they gave him that prayer. He went from praying to preaching, back to praying, and he had it going on now. He had it going on.
All
Hey,
they needed Reverend Johnson up there. That's the only thing that could
oh,
have
he
been any better.
was there. I promise you, he just wasn't. They couldn't see him. He really couldn't get in the door. Hey, y'all, you know Floyd is a redneck and has been a redneck all his life. He's gonna win the award right here for snowcalypse ingenuity. Right here, look at him, y'all. Look at him.
That's
You
protecting the
know what was
hearing,
happening
Floyd.
there, Marvin? Let me tell you
Right.
what was happening. See that my icicle's hanging off my eave up there?
Uh-huh.
It was ice it was pouring off of my eave down on my air conditioner, my grate on my air conditioner, and
Uh-huh.
a big old pancake of ice had formed on my grate. And my fan, it was, you know how icicle does, it drips
Oh yeah.
down there, and my fan got to hit him. I was like, oh, man, that ain't gonna work. I got to get that thing where it'll work. Anyway, Gucci drove up
Uh-huh.
at that time, and I said, "Look at here, Gucci." I said, "I got it." He said, "You get you some warm water." So we had warm water and everything. We poured on it and melted the ice. Well, then Gucci left. He went back to Hentown. And it started again. I said, "Whoa!" I walked out. I said, "No, I got this. Some way you got to stop that water from falling down on that grate. You know, you got a problem, and you can address the problem. You know what the problem is. You got to stop the water from falling down on the grate and tearing my fan blades up." So anyway, I got me some more warm water, put that there, melted that off. And I got me an umbrella, and I got me some of them what you call them zip tie things. It's still out there right now. Been grinding for 26 hours, right? Steady right there.
Floyd, you can
I
tell
don't.
you.
A redneck can figure it out, especially if he's ever farmed in his life. He can figure it out. I promise.
Hey,
I don't.
I can tell you and my daddy from the same generation went over to the house today. He didn't have an umbrella, but he had a 6-foot folding table angled to the eave of the house, laying over ready to hit it and just run off of it.
See what I'm talking
I
about?
don't.
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad about my snow.
No, I thought about it when you said that about the snow. I said, hey, let's put it up there. What rednecks can do. Let's show you
Hey,
people up at Martha's
hey,
Vineyard what rednecks can
we gotta
really
go
do.
to a commercial, but
Oh,
Don
yeah.
Lane, you want to see a redneck video? Don Lane sent it in, but let's pay a bill first. Charlie, tell them about Sawega Meat Company.
Local folks do business with them. Go to Highway 27 between Colquitt and Blakely, or 431 in Headland. Sawega Meat Company. Great locally produced beef available. They also got great pork chops, any type of the beef line from ground beef up to the top line of steaks. You won't find any better folks anywhere in this part of the country. And let me just mention this. I saw a little feature earlier this week about uh, ground beef and where it comes from. That you might buy in a grocery store, and sometimes might be 100 or 200 or 1,000 animals all ground up in the beef that you get. Well, if you go to Sawega, you know where it was processed. It was processed over on Highway 27, right there in Southwest Georgia. Do some business with them today. You won't find better meat, and also great other products you'll find out there. Some great, look at sausage, just an example. They got their own smoked sausage, fresh pan sausage. Check them out. Sawega Meats between Colquitt and Blakely on 27 and on 431 Headland, Alabama.
Good meat. Good meat.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
All right. We've seen Queasel's video. We've seen Floyd's ingenuity. I want you to watch. This is from the Don Lane corner of the world, or hill, if you will.
Redneck.
Yeah.
Here, poke it on there. Poke it right there. All right. There you go. All right, put it on the side right there. There you go.
Looks like he lost control at the end there.
You got to go with what you got. You got to go with what you got, man. That's where you had to do it.
They charge you $300 to do that at some ski lodge or somewhere. Or maybe charge you $500 to do that right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They sure would. Hey, it's time for the trivia time, Southern Hissy Fits trivia time on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us by our good friends at Southern Hissy Fits and Snowman Making Kings at 109 West College Street, Kaufman, Georgia. Embroidery, custom T-shirts, tumblers, custom logos, whatever you need, they can do it right there at Southern Hissy Fits. And the winner of tonight's trivia time will win the Charlie Platt the Dirt Road Sports Show logoed car tag. And here is the trivia question tonight. And Floyd's going to have to answer this one because I do not know the answer to this one. Who is this man? Who is this man? Put it in the comments, if you will. Let us know who this man is right here, and you'll be the winner of the Southern Hissy Fits trivia time here on Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show. Who is this man, this entertainer, if you will? Who is this man? Leave it up here just a few more seconds, and I will put it back for you there.
That would have been about 1963 or 4.
1960.
Might be a little too old for some of y'all out there. Gen Zs that might be watching. Nope. Yep. Whoop, whoop. Oh, P. Possum up there got him. P. Possum. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, and then, hey, and secondarily to that, the Mayor Colquitt got it too.
He don't count. He done won so many times. He disqualified.
All right, P. Possum, whoever you are, P. Possum, if you will send, text me or put on here your name and your address, we'll drop that in the mail to you. I know I got a couple that have got to go in the mail. Got them all packaged up and ready to go. But P. Possum, whoever you are, if you will let us know who you are, then we will get that to you. I'll get that taken care of as soon as we can. No, it ain't Don McLean, Wiregrass Mules. It was Van Morrison was the correct answer.
Oh, hey, y'all ever listen to Van Morrison? You know, he's recorded a country album. Do you remember that song, There Stands the Glass, Martin?
Oh, my Lord.
Man, he sings it. And another one was Bring It On Home to Me by Sam Cooke.
Yes, sir.
Van Morrison, Bring It On Home.
Sam Cooke. Sam Moore just passed away.
Is that right? Old Sam.
Yes.
Sam and Dave. I didn't know that. Sam Cooke he'd been dead a long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all know that this week was inauguration week, and we've talked a little bit about some of the things that have gone into. But I got a video that I got to play for you. I found this video this week, and it was on. I don't know what it was on. I want y'all to watch it, and then we'll discuss it when we come back, if you will.
Michelle, we're talking to people. Donald Trump was inaugurated earlier today. A lot of people are upset that Martin Luther King wasn't there. Were you surprised to see that he wasn't at the inauguration?
Yeah, I was.
Why?
I mean, you talk about Martin Luther King not being there? Because today is his day. You see what I'm saying? There was like a day set aside for him.
So he had things to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Today, Donald Trump was inaugurated. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Martin Luther King wasn't in attendance. Were you disappointed that he didn't show up?
Yeah, I was disappointed because he should show respect for the office of the presidency.
And tell us about the shirt. When did you get that?
Oh, I had it for a while. I got it last summer, actually.
They didn't have your size?
Why, is it too short?
Oh, no, it's okay. What about Rosa Parks? Were you surprised that she showed up and sat right in the front row?
No. No, I wasn't surprised. You don't need to be in the back. Get in the front, because that's where it's at.
Anything you want to say to Rosa Parks? Look right in there and tell her.
Go, girl. I'm going to be sitting there right beside you.
Do you think Martin Luther King not showing up for the inauguration is going to lead to him being banned from Mar-a-Lago?
I don't think so. Donald Trump's not like that. He's not going to do that just because somebody didn't show up to his inauguration.
You think he'll still let him in Mar-a-Lago?
Absolutely.
You should, since people don't know, but the Mar is short for Martin Luther King.
Yep.
Do you think Martin Luther King Jr. is a Nepo baby, or does he have the talent to back it up?
I mean, you can definitely say he's a Nepo baby, but the talent is there as well.
Are you a fan of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
I can't say I am like an avid fan, but
Did
I
you
know
like
of
him on
him.
Dancing with the Stars?
Pretty good, pretty good.
MLK's office said he missed the inauguration because he overslept. Was it acceptable for MLK to miss the inauguration because he was...
No, that's no excuse. Somebody should have got him up.
Well, they said he was having a dream and they didn't want to wake him.
Having a dream. Well, okay.
Was it acceptable for him to miss the inauguration because he was having a dream?
No, it wasn't acceptable.
Why don't you look right there and let him know?
Look at here. Sometimes you got to wake up for that dream, because the dream is now. It's present. We're here. We're in the dream now. Wake.
Oh, mercy. Hey, and every one of them cast a vote.
Oh,
Every one of them cast a vote.
What did
And I
you
think
used to
some
say?
of them voted for Trump, from what I understand by the t-shirts they had on. Oh, mighty.
What y'all used to say, Marvin? That they walk amongst us and they vote.
they vote. Yes,
They
sir.
vote. Mhm.
P.T. Barnum, who knew him best, said there's one born every minute.
Hey, and only right here on Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show, will you find that out.
That's right.
Will you find that out? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let me see here what we got to do. Queasel.
Yep.
He's watching us live from Texas now, so be careful.
Well, see, here's the thing. He's out there incognito. He's out there making like he's on vacation. But here's what's happened. They have hired him to go out there. He's at the border. Because they expected all these injunctions and all that kind of stuff. And so they put Shangri on a plane and flew him out there. He's standing out there at the border, and as he's waiting on them, whenever them liberals start shooting them injunctions out there, he's going to start shooting them down like he's hunting ducks, man. He's going to be sitting over that river, and as they come up, he's going to be shooting them down as they come up, because they don't know Shangri out there. They don't understand that far out there what kind of lawyer he is, just how powerful he is. So they fixing to find out that the man is on the scene. But that's what it is. That's what he got a call from the White House day before yesterday, and they got him on they sent a plane over there at Donaldsonville and picked him up, and they flew him out yonder. So he is on the job, serving our nation right now, and but he's coming back. So if you need a lawyer when he get back in town, give him a call. It don't make a difference what you done. If you're guilty or not guilty, you're gonna wind up being not guilty. That's all he. That's the only thing he knows, unless somebody hires him to be a special prosecutor. If they hire him to be a special prosecutor, look out, because you fitting to get life and electric chair all at one time. So be ready for Shangri Law. Give old Billy a call, 229-524-1225. See, people would not know that he's out yonder at the border in Texas waiting
That's right.
on them injunctions if they didn't watch us.
He's out there helping to protect our border legally.
Man, he is.
Guys, I don't know if y'all know this, but he was sworn in at 12 o'clock on Monday. There has a lot of water gone under the bridge since Monday at lunch in terms of business being done in this country for the first time in a long time.
And 4 years.
Yeah.
First time in 4 years anything's happened.
I did just see one here where Murkowski's gonna vote against Pete Hegseth. Said she just can't vote for him because of his character. He had an affair on his wife, and of course nobody else that has ever been in a position in Washington D.C. has ever had that happen, and so I'm assuming that's why she's voting.
Yeah, he's the only one, and nobody up there has ever drunk no whiskey before, either. They
No.
Undone that.
No.
No. And here's let me tell you what this too is, Barbara. Most of them, about 99% of them up there, elected officials, including Sister Murkowski and including Sister College, have never been on a battlefield before, dodging bullets and protecting this country that we live in. None of them have ever done that. Senator Murkowski and Senator.
Where's she from?
She's from Alaska.
Alaska.
That's right.
And they have all that. They have that weird voting deal up there where it's rigged from the get go. So, y'all stuck with her, Alaska, and y'all have made us be stuck with her. And then that lady from Maine, Susan College. I don't think that's her. So deal with it. Maine and Alaska.
Did you see where
we ought to swap Maine and Alaska for? What'd be a good place to swap them for?
Well, I'm already swapping Hawaii for Greenland. So
Hawaii for Greenland. We need to swap them for the Panama Canal.
That's it. That's it.
Swap them, Maine and Alaska, and give us the Panama Canal. And Barbara, I sent you a picture. I don't know if you got this picture or not. Pull that picture up. Let's talk about this just for a minute.
I gotta keep talking. I gotta.
Here's the deal. Y'all listening in out there. Y'all have heard Trump talking about the Panama Canal. Panama Canal was built back in the early 1900s by Americans spending American money. Americans were dying down there building that thing, so that all the shipping coming from the west coast or the east or the west would not have to go all around South America. They could cut through in Central America. It was a canal, Panama Canal, built so shipping, and mostly like in the event of World War II, World War I, and World War II. Man, can you imagine the commerce that went through that thing, especially in World War II, that was supplying our troops in the Atlantic over there in Europe and in the Pacific. No telling how many hundred thousands of lives that saved. Well, our illustrious president, brother Jimmy Carter, he gave that thing away in about 1978 or 79. I think he sold it. He didn't give it away. I'm sorry. Sold it for $1. So I sent this. I looked this up. I said the Panama Canal. Why is Trump so interested in the Panama Canal? And I know now. He's saying it is for commerce. It's that the Chinese are shaking us down and charging exorbitant amounts of money to pass through the Panama Canal. But I'm going to tell you, I looked at that thing. I looked at my geography on that. That's the narrowest point between North America and South America. Narrowest point of land. Okay, where are we getting all of our? Where are a lot of our, if you will, migrants coming from? South America. They're coming, and they have to come through there. They have to cross the Panama Canal to get up into Central America and then get on up into North America. If see, he's always thinking way ahead of us. We behind on things. And I'm looking at that thing. I said, look at here, man. Panama Canal, that's the narrowest point between North America and South America. You could stop them right there. They got to go over the canal somehow or another. They got to cross. Somebody's got to let them cross the Panama Canal. And they ain't going to get out in the ocean and do all that kind of stuff. Got to come up here. That would eliminate probably right there about 80% of the illegal aliens in this country right there. Take control of the Panama Canal and stop them right there so you can go back to where you come from.
Exactly.
Trump's always got it figured out. We don't need to be trying to think ahead of what Trump's thinking about, because he's already got it. He's already got a plan in place, and he's just playing with folks. All this Canada stuff he's pranking with them. He is getting in them in all of them liberals and leftists' mind, and he is living there rent free. He is setting their hair on fire, and they don't even know it. He just playing. He don't want Canada, man. Well, what do we want with a bunch of socialists down here? We already got enough homebred socialists. He got a whole country full of to have to see after them. Because every one of them want you to see after them when they get here.
But have you noticed that? Have y'all seen? Have y'all seen this? Since he started talking about Canada on certain channels, I'm seeing commercials for Ontario about being the good neighbor.
Yeah, advertising.
Advertising, buddy.
Canada, please.
Hey, he got there, boy. He come down on the Bank of America president today at the World Economic Forum. They was talking. He asked a question, and he I forget. He asked him something about getting gross domestic product and how inflation and all this. And he answered it, and he said, "And by the way, your woke policies are not very friendly for your company." He said, "Matter of fact, why don't y'all let some conservatives put some money in y'all's bank?" I mean,
yeah, loan them. Yeah, they loan them some money. Don't deny them loans. That's what they're doing.
Man, he had his number today, son.
He had all of them dialed in. Let me tell you, he toted them around in his hand, and he'll put one of them in his pocket. Then he'll get another and put him in his pocket. He got it.
You talk about.
Y'all keep trying. You done tried to kill him, couldn't kill him, so might as well give up on that. That ain't gonna happen.
You talk about Canada. Several years ago, Kim had a gymnastic meet in Toledo, Ohio. And so we was up there in Toledo, and we decided we were going to go on up into Michigan, take a day trip. She had a day off, and we were going to go into Canada. Well, I figured I'd pull into Canada, and I'd see streams with them salmon jumping up in there and bears and all that going all there in the wilderness. So we went up there and went under a tunnel. And in the United States, when we come up out the tunnel, we was in Canada. And the first thing I saw in Canada was a McDonald's. McDonald's. And the second thing I saw, and that's where we turned around and come back to the United States, was a casino. A McDonald's and a casino, and we turned around and come back to the United States. And I don't want Canada neither. No, sir.
There ain't nothing to Canada. Y'all have Canada.
Yeah, I'm like you, Floyd. He ain't doing nothing but living in their mind, Rent.
He's living in
Playing
that mind.
with them.
Ziggy B Seafood. Oh, our good friend Ziggy B. Listen to me now. Y'all listen close. This ain't gonna take long, but I'm gonna tell you some very important information. She ain't got no oysters. Could not get no oysters. She couldn't get down there to get where the oysters is at. She couldn't get down there. The road froze over. Florida froze up just as cold as we are. But she got all that stuff right there. She ain't got them oysters now. But she got some of the best mullet fish, some of the best catfish you'll ever put in your mouth. Get some of the best shrimp you'll ever eat in your life. Y'all go by there and see a Ziggy B Seafood right here in Colquitt, Georgia. Don't go in there looking for no oysters. They'll be back next week with the oysters. She'll be stocked up and ready to go next week. But y'all go see Ziggy B. She's one of our most favorite sponsors. She's been with us the whole time. Been with us since she opened up her business there. And we love to promote Ziggy B. She's a fine businesswoman. She sees after her business. She keeps a good, clean seafood market. Fresh seafood. You ain't going to get that everywhere. But she's got it right there. Ziggy B Seafood right here on West Main Street in Colquitt, Georgia. Right there by that big old Ford dealership.
Hey guys, TC Berryhill is his name. Berryhill Auctioneers is his company. He has been our sponsor here since day one on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. BerryhillAuctioneers.com. TC Berryhill, proprietor in general and sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of Floyd's list of impossibilities and a whole lot more.
Y'all know what an impossibility is, don't you? I mean, it's impossible. That's why they call it impossible. And I kind of made me a list. Kind of keep me fresh in the list every week of impossibilities, and it's just like a kind of like an epiphany, that falls upon me. It's like being called to preach, if you will.
Oh
Is,
Lord!
is that a Baptist? Is that a Baptist part, or is that woman trying to call it positive?
My ceiling's stout. I wish that snow go ahead and melt though, and get off and get on the ground down there. Is what I wish it would do. But
Oh,
anyway, Floyd,
Weasel asked, was that a Baptist or an Episcopal calling?
Yeah, which one
but
calling?
it sound like an Episcopal, don't it? But y'all know Marvin. Marvin. He was out there. He was out there. You know, Marvin's a cowman and all. He cow farmer, goat farmer, everything. He was out there. Marvin got it. He was out there mowing his weeds and dishing around his pasture out there, gonna plant him some graves and all out there. Marvin said, he looked up there in the sky and he said, up in the sky, said the clouds, it was a big GP in the clouds up there. Marvin gets all excited. He said, I do. Lord, the Lord above, God Almighty speaking to me. He said, that GP means go preach. So, anyway, Marvin went over here and got through all this schooling and everything. Went to first sermon out there at Platt Creek. He got to telling that story about I was called. I called the master called me. Said, look up in the sky and it said GP, and I knew right there it meant go preach. one of his deacons stood up, and I think it was the one with the knee pads on. He stood up and he said that didn't mean go preach, it meant go plow. The possibility that anyone with a functioning brain thinks that Joe Biden has a functioning brain. And the impossibility that a single wildfire burning up California was started by climate change. Impossibility.
that's it.
Fires don't just automatically set themselves on fire. You know what you got to have to start a fire with? Fire. So fire has to come from somewhere. But it's an impossibility that a single wildfire in California was started by climate change. Impossibility that any artist in the world has any more worthless paintings than Hunter Biden. Hunter can't give no painting away no more. He can't even give one away.
Burn them up.
Impossibility that there is a more unhappy, depressed, and miserable man on the earth than Kamala Harris's husband, Super Chewmonkey Doug Emhoff. Can y'all imagine how depressed that man is right now? Y'all know what he has to do? He said, "Oh hell, let me light your blood for you, baby. Here's the blood. Let me light that thing for you. Take a deep draw on it now. Took on that number there, Kamala." Impossibility that anyone on Martha's Vineyard has ever been to a hog killing or a cane grinding.
Yeah.
Impossibility that Nancy Pelosi has drawn a sober breath since Donald Trump was elected president. Easy now. Impossibility that Hillary Clinton's drawers smell like anything other than a slung chitlin. I'm done.
Hey, Marvin come up with something pretty good yesterday. This was good for Marvin. I mean, I think I know what his sermon is going to be on Sunday. I'm pretty sure. I heard him give a little pretense yesterday. He said that Donald Trump had come in between him and the Lord. They have fixed global warming. Donald Trump ain't even been the president 3 days, and it's snowing in South Georgia and Florida. Global warming is gone.
Yeah, climate change, global warming gone.
Climate change is gone.
He done got it fixed.
Thanks to the folks at Kelly Crop Insurance. We appreciate them and what they do. And we appreciate Kelly Crop Insurance in Colquitt for this forecast. We see numbers that are double digit and have got out of the 1, 2, and 3 numbers. We're up to 49 tomorrow, folks. Now, in the morning, it's going to be cold again. A lot of things. There's a lot of spots over here. Let me kind of address that right now. A lot of spots over here, and I'm sure over in Southwest Georgia. I know still in the Florida Panhandle, but especially to our Dothans west over in Covington County, Babby between Opp and Andalusia got 11 inches of snow. So some of those areas over there, they're still not passable on some of those roads. 21 in the morning, so things will refreeze, and then tomorrow 49 hopefully will get thawed out. The weekend's looking good. Temperatures on the rise, still freezing on Saturday morning, but by Sunday we should be right around that 37-degree mark early in the morning and 60 in the afternoon. Same for Monday. Monday we do have a 40% chance of some scattered showers, and look at that Wednesday and Thursday. 68 degrees, boys, and those overnight lows. The heat won't be running all night long. Man, a special thank you to all the folks that have looked over the crazy rednecks and fools out on the road the last couple of days, whether you're in a fire department, whether you're in a rescue squad, volunteer, paid for, it don't matter. Police department, sheriff's department, they've had to put up with a lot of folks that just, want to be kind of hard here. I gotta just hadn't got to go anywhere but think they do. And there's been a lot of little bitty wrecks that our emergency services folks has had to deal with this week. So we give them a special thank you when everybody else was maybe out playing in the snow and or sitting in the house. They have been working the whole time, and some of them as long as 24 hours at the time. Special thanks to all the local businesses, not only that sponsor us, but in the next few days, if you can, go out, eat at a local restaurant, do business with a local person, because these folks went back 2 days with no pay. Think about it. And times are tough. We know that he's gone and we got the new one in, but it's going to take a little while to get things adjusted. So folks get in a strain when they are away from work 2 days. So do some local business. Pray for Donald J. Trump. Pray for the team that he has put together. I think just another sign of the times when we saw what we did this week with Floyd's Episcopal lady that kind of got up there and just showed how things really are. So we have to know that we're in a war right against wrong. Queasel.
Thank you, Charlie. Hey, I want to take just a minute and salute any emergency service and firefighters and EMTs and ambulances and paramedics and anybody that lives up north and has to respond to stuff in the kind of weather that we had.
Mm.
Tuesday night we was up there salting down, and Charlie was talking about slinging salt. I took the ice scoop out of the ice machine, and we had a firefighter had a couple of bags of pool salt, and so we was salting the ramp. You pull the trucks out, they just slide on down the ramp. So we was salting the ramp to get the ice off of it, and got a call about 6 mile out, and had a big shed on fire, and 25 miles an hour is as fast as we could go. They couldn't see the road, couldn't tell the road from the ditch. The snow was blowing. That was right. It just kind of like the picture Marvin had up earlier, but it was dark and it had just started. Uh, Man, if y'all have to put up with that all the time, my hat's off to you. I
Yeah.
know y'all might be geared up a little more than we are, but I don't think you can gear up for that kind of stuff. It was pretty. The snow was pretty, and I sure did enjoy out there playing with it, with Kristen in it, and having a good time. But I'm ready to see some warm weather. It gets down below 80. I'm ready to go in the house and build a fire. So I'm ready to get rid of some of this snow. But it was pretty. Just goes to show that man can't make nothing like that. Man can't. He can't. In just a few hours, the Lord had blanketed this earth in pure white. And when I looked out there, it just the first thing I thought about it the next morning when I woke up and looked how pure It looked. It was a beautiful sight, and so thankful for that. Back on the firefighters and first responders, police, sheriff, troopers, paramedics, EMTs. When y'all see one, thank them for what they do. Like Charlie said, a bunch of them put their life on the line over the last 3 or 4 days,
Yes,
and
sir.
so thank them for what they do. And I'm gonna tell you what I want to ask everybody to do tonight. We need to pray for this nation. We need to pray for Donald Trump and his team he's put together. But I want us to pray for that woman preacher.
Mm.
We need to pray for her. That lady needs to understand what the truth is. She needs to understand that the God that she is supposed to be representing does not teach what she is saying. Let's pray for her. Let's pray that the Lord will open her eyes and block out whatever it is that's messing up, and maybe maybe get her turned around. Thank y'all. I love you. Appreciate y'all letting us in. Floyd.
Hey, baby, thank you, Queen. Good words, man. Always exercise your Second Amendment rights. You still have that right, and I think you're gonna have them for at least the next 4 years. Always exercise your Second Amendment rights. Be prepared to protect yourself and your family anytime, anywhere. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Put that cell phone down when you walk into your car. Put it in your pocketbook or put it in your pocket. Look around you, see if you see anything that looks erratic or irregular around there. Surround yourself with like-minded people, people who think like you do, people that you know and people that you trust. Surround you with people like that, and it'll help you all through your whole life. And the last thing you do is when you lay down at night in that bed, warm bed, no snow, no, nothing going on in your head except talking to the good Lord. You start thanking Him for what He has done for you today, and you'll be thanking Him, and before long you'll be asleep and you'll still be thanking Him. Good night, y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning us in. We'll check with y'all next time.
Hey guys, y'all stay warm. It's still gonna be cold for a few days. But hey, we appreciate you joining us. We really appreciate our sponsors, Ziggy Bees, Kingler Law, Sawega Meat Company, Holster 9 and Phillips Auto Parts, TK's Bar and Grill, Southern Houston Fits, Kelly Crop Insurance, and Berry Hill Auctioneers. You know what I'm going to tell you. Go to church this Sunday if it's where you can go. Worship the Lord. Thank Him for all of His goodness and His mercy. Keep praying for one another. Keep encouraging one another. Keep trusting in the Lord. Our scripture for today says this: don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His grace will guard our hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. Hey guys, we love y'all. We appreciate you, Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise. We're going to be right back here next week, same place, same time, for a whole lot more of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter who you do it with, always be
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 particular.
particular.
y'all.
Good night, y'all.